Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the Couples Table.
Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live. Yay.
I'm very excited because I just made that new countdown or really like 5 minutes
You started making it
when we
12
did
minutes
the pre-show.
ago.
I know. Thank you, Canva and Final Cut. But I like it.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today is going to be a Q&A episode of the Couples Table. We haven't done one.
A while.
Yeah, it's been like, I don't know, almost 20 episodes. So we figured, I think it's time. So if you have a question, what are you going to do with that question, Tom?
Put a Q: in front of your question, and then we can easily find it.
Yes, Q:.
We will answer it. We will A that Q.
Q:.
Today is the day for A's.
Let me see, do I have...
So post use Q's.
Yeah. Q:. All right, cool. Checking in with everybody. Spiral Lab, hello. Melanie, Kevin, Cox, Simply Obs, Annika, Peter, Curiosity Network Podcast, Daniel, Mr. Camera Junkie, Dan, Drew, Miro, Sammy, Rimjam, Matt, Jared, have to go fly a drone. Thanks for saying hi.
Have a safe flight.
Whoop. And let's see. I found Tom's new video rather engaging.
Heather's Yeti is right here.
Yeah. Hey, Tech Travel Vicar.
Oh, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. Yesterday, I tuned in really quickly to Caleb Pike's live stream, which is funny because I know he uses Ecamm now, I think, but he, it's a big channel. He's been around forever. And as soon as I randomly tune into this live stream, literally on screen is your comment saying, like, put a Q: in front of your thing. Otherwise, and he's like, oh, thanks, Mr. Junkie.
Call me Cubby. Hello. Patricia. Congrats on the book.
Yes, absolutely.
Jules. Hello. Homesick Mecca's here. And Aubrey with the first question. So if you have a question, just format. Well, it doesn't even matter. It's not like we can't read the comments, but sometimes we do get backed up odd comments because we're just...
Yeah, we can probably get to regular questions if you don't format it, but if you put a Q:, we can definitely...
We'll favorite it, and we'll be able to search it and do it. So how do you or do you schedule videos?
Yes, I do schedule videos, and it's super easy when you go into YouTube Studio on the part where it's like you can set it to unlisted or public or whatever. There's a schedule option, and then you can just click the date and the time that you want to schedule it, which is great. And you can also go, if you go to YouTube Studio and you click on just the part that says content where it will show you all your videos, you can also see right there if everything is public, private, or unlisted, and you can schedule it and change things there too, which is very helpful if you have more than one scheduled video and you want to like rearrange them or double check that they're not going to publish at the same time or whatever, because it's super helpful. So like YouTube has made that really, really easy. You can even now, I noticed, when you go to upload a video, instead of setting it to unlisted or whatever, you can automatically upload it to scheduled, which is kind of cool.
Oh.
You can just choose scheduled right away. It's nice.
Let's see. The Blue Yeti rocks, but I do like my MV7 better.
I mean, the MV7 is a better mic, but yeah. Patricia said the Yeti video helped fix the client sound issue. I'm curious what the sound issue was.
Yeah.
Did she take apart her Yeti and like resolder something?
Nice. Caleb is great.
That's true.
Q. Tom, as a fellow iPad fan, have you tried the new universal control feature to connect that to your Mac? It's like an extra display on steroids.
Is it out yet or is it still in beta? I want to try it, but I haven't tried it. I've used Sidecar, which is helpful, but universal control is like better because you're not losing the iPad functionality. It's basically like, like so you have your computer screen here. If you had an iPad here, you could take your mouse and just go straight to your iPad.
So it's just a monitor, basically.
No, but it's still the iPad. So you can like click on your apps, use the iPad, and even take a file from the iPad and now throw it on your computer. Like
it's like too much for me to understand.
It's like they've all morphed into one thing. Because you've been able to use the iPad as a monitor for a while natively now, which is really cool.
Not on the one I have, right?
I don't know. That is kind of an older one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Anyway.
Cool. Let's see, Daniel, what is your thing you want to do in videos and live streams?
Okay.
Oh, what is one thing? Your thing? What thing?
I'm gonna say one thing.
One thing. What is one thing you want to do in videos and live streams?
What is one thing you want to do in videos and live streams?
Well, one thing that I talked about actually in our Just Create More community a couple days ago, 2 days ago, is I'm going to kick back the tutorial channel back up, the Heather Ramirez channel. And as of this morning, because I've just been like mulling it over in my head, my brain is like constantly thinking about it. I am going to. I don't know why I haven't done this before. I was writing this in my journal. I was like, I can't believe I haven't done this before. I don't know why I haven't, but I'm going to model the entire channel off of Tom's channel.
Oh. Yep. What better model could there be?
The whole thing. Like, if I am confused as to what to do, I'm just going to see what you're doing.
I like this. I hope you're going to get
for
silver
12
play
weeks.
buttons in 3 months.
For 12 weeks. So I'm, obviously I want to do it my way. Like we talked about this. I can't do the puns. Like, it's just not me. But
so what do you mean when you say do it? Like, what does that mean?
So like, for example, on my tutorial channel, I have taken the title, like, I'm a YouTube coach. Here's the value proposition that you get on this channel. I help you, level up your YouTube channel and take your channel to the next level and da-da-da. Like, there's a very clear, this is my brand and this is the value I offer and this is why you should subscribe and da-da-da. Your approach has always been like, I'm just Tom Buck and I'm really obsessed with video and audio.
That's true.
That's it. Like, there really is no, like, I'm going to help you do this. It's just like, this is my thing, and I'm going to be talking about all this stuff anyway. I just happen to be pushing record because I'm that into it. So I'm very curious as to take that approach. I think because, like, I think a huge reason why we've done it this way is because when you started YouTube, it was very clearly a side thing.
Right.
I don't even think you imagined it would turn into a full-time thing when you started. So
there was no pressure to like, oh my gosh, what's the best practice and what's this? Like, I wanted it to do well, of course, but if there was something I didn't really like, I was like, I don't really want to like
you just
give
didn't
my
do
resume
it
at the beginning of every video, so don't.
So what I did though is I quit my job. Like this was my, like, I had to make this work. Right. So everything that I learned about YouTube was in the context of like how to grow a brand, how to build a business, how to, get clients online and how to do marketing funnels. Like, that was the way that was like the lens on which I learned YouTube, which is not wrong. And I think that for a lot of people that works, but actually this month is my 6th year anniversary of being on YouTube.
That's crazy. Wow. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. YouTube is the best thing I've ever done. Hands down. But like, as I feel like I'm kind of in this next phase of this journey, I want to really try this approach because it's the one thing I haven't done before. Like, I just haven't done this. So I'm very curious.
I'm very curious too. I really, really, really hope it is a good move that doesn't ruin your channel. I don't think it would ruin it, but I would love it if like things went well and it was like, wow.
It's a very big change.
Yeah.
It is a very big change. So if you're curious about the data and the results, and kind of want to keep up with my progress on this, it's just a 12-week, and then I'm going to analyze and recess. Yeah, starting next week. We're going to be talking about it on the Couples Table pre-show in the Just Create More community. So, it's just it's the 15 minutes before the Couples Table. We go live and Just Create More. And that's what we talked about.
Very informal.
Yeah. Anyway, long answer to that question.
That's a good answer.
Oh, what was yours?
Oh, I actually need to go get something to show you.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll move on to Drew's question. If you were trying to build your own website, what source would you use to help yourself build it? Well, both Tom and I we have our own websites. Tom's is HiMyNameIsTom.com. Mine is HeatherJustCreateMore.com. And both of us have used Squarespace to build our websites. And between the two of us, we've used Squarespace to build, 20 websites at this point. Yeah.
I've been using Squarespace for 11 years.
If I wanted to build a new one, I would go Squarespace. Actually, if I wanted to build a landing page, I would definitely pick Lead Pages over Squarespace. But if you want to build a site that has like content management, so like if you ever want to do like a e-shop or e-commerce or blog posts or something like that, Squarespace is better suited for that. But Lead Pages is 1,000 times a better landing page designer. Like it's not even
you
close.
can merge them. It just becomes expensive if you do that. We both have done that. Like if you go to my website and then click on the gear page, it's still on the same URL, but the gear page is actually made through Lead Pages just because it was easier to organize everything that looked good on desktop and mobile through Lead Pages than it was in Squarespace. So it's a weird hybrid thing.
Yeah, both Squarespace and Lead Pages have awesome templates for you to use. They're very easy to use. So, okay, cool. Back to what is the thing?
Oh, this is a smaller thing, but as some of you might know, earlier this week I got this on loan. This is not mine. B&H has let me borrow it for about a month. This is the Blackmagic Ursa Broadcast G2. So this is a broadcast camera, and it's been really fun, and I did a little live stream earlier this week. It comes with like a broadcast mount, but it also comes with a Canon mount that you can install really easily, and then you can just put Canon lenses on it. And it's a little broadcast camera, but I've been learning so much about it, including that when you put the Canon mount on it, it then goes from 4K to 6K. You can use more of the sensor, which is like super cool. It's got a lot of really great features. The image quality is amazing. It's been really fun to use, and I've been wanting to use it for like streams and stuff.
Oh.
But because it's a broadcast camera, it only has SDI outputs. It doesn't have an HDMI output or anything because it's not made for that. An SDI is a more professional connection, but I was like, crap, I don't have like an SDI capture card or anything. So how can I connect like a monitor or something to this? And then I realized...
What did you realize, Tom?
Just before the stream, I have my Hollyland Mars wireless transmitters, which have SDI right on the side and HDMI. I've only ever used this way HDMI, but they have SDI, so I can put this little thing on here and then wirelessly send the video to like the ATEM. And then I can use this on a stream and stuff, which is
that'd be fun.
Very, very cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. That's my answer.
There you go. Okay. So Tom, for a 2-camera setup, do you think the FX3 as a main and the A7 IV as the B is a good enough setup?
I use that a lot. I mean, I usually use the A7S III as a B, but the video I just finished editing yesterday, which isn't out yet, is my A7S III review. And so since I'm holding the A7S III in that video, the FX3 is my main camera, the A7 IV is the B camera, and it's great. They match together perfectly. The only issue I've had in matching them is that the A7 IV has the really cheap 50mm 1.8 lens on it, which just isn't the best lens. And so sometimes it like does kind of color things or make things a little bit softer, but it's not the camera, it's just the lens. The camera itself matches really well with the FX3, even though it's a different sensor, no issues.
Okay. Issue was when we live streamed, I could hear myself through her mic. The echo was an issue. We changed her Yeti pattern setting and plugged in the headset.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Super important to, when you're doing two-way communication, to use headsets as much as possible.
Annika says, Heather, do you still work with clients or do you do YouTube full time? I still work with clients, but
You're very selective.
Yeah. I still work with clients, but all my client work is YouTube. So I still claim that I'm doing content creation in YouTube full time.
I mean, and most of the clients found you because of YouTube. So it's just like, what do you categorize? So
like Mighty Networks is one of my clients and I make videos for them.
On YouTube.
Yeah. On their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did everyone remember to hit the like? Thank you, Kevin, for the reminder. Thank heavens you're not doing the puns. Can you please use Tom for the puns? I can't imagine hey Tom, here's my outline. Can you pun it up?
Punch it up?
Oh boy. I just can't deliver it the way that I can't. I don't have the
It's probably for the best.
when I do a pun, I'm Who's looking at me? I don't know. I feel like I did something weird. Caleb, what's up? Head is very punny.
Yuck, yuck.
Yuck, can you please cure Tom for the puns?
Cure Tom. It's incurable.
Heather, you're sounding like my wife right now.
You're sounding like my wife right now.
Stupid. Just need to comment on how nice that custom mic fits with the pop from the chair and pops from the lighting.
This is what I brought when I got my Hollyland thing. I was just curious. And I just wanted to
Let's
see.
go.
I just wanted to see, since this does have the white ring on it. I apologize if you could hear the rustling there. But I've been curious what this looks like with the white pop filter.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do.
Well, this is actually.
I don't like it.
It's very prominent. I think the
That's
black
too
one
much.
works because you don't notice it. But speaking of too much. Oh boy, sorry everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this, dude. Are you kidding me? If it were silver, it'd be perfect.
They do make a silver one. So
Reporterstore.com.
if you're watching this,
You want to sponsor the couples table?
send her the silver one.
We'll give a shout out every.
It's actually,
every
I mean,
episode.
I kind of don't hate how it looks on camera.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
And with the with the lights and on the bookshelf.
Very Liberace of you.
Can you move a little bit this way? I feel like we're not centered. All right, cool.
Do you want me to take this one off, or do you want to leave this one on?
I'm kind of into it. Let's leave
Okay.
it for a bit. Let's see. If your channel was less tutorial and more documentary style video essays, what would you focus on as income streams? Affiliate income is unlikely. A Patreon is kind of obvious, but what else?
That's a really good question.
Immediately, sponsorships stand out to me. So if you are creating documentaries about topics that align with companies, so like, let me see. Like if you're doing a documentary about artists, then you can reach out to companies who use like colored pencils. I've been into colored pencils recently, so they're like the example I go to. But like say there's a colored pencil artist, then I would ask a company that makes colored pencils like, hey, I'm doing a documentary about this. Like, do you want to sponsor them?
You would be proactive about reaching out to a company? Like you would identify one you wanted to work with and reach out to them?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'm curious because what I've noticed, I like video essays and I like video essay channels, but a lot of them do have sponsorships that are not related to anything at all.
No, yeah.
And I that always, like, I don't say it bothers me. It's fine. But it always feels jarring, I guess. It doesn't feel as cohesive as it could. Like just this morning I was watching a thing that was like a documentary on the making of Green Day's Dookie album. Okay, cool. So we're going to watch a documentary about a punk rock album from 1994, sponsored by Manscaped. And I was like, I guess they are guys, but like, sponsored by Music Store or something music related or audio related or
like,
whatever.
Okay, for your channel, The Spiral Lab, if you're covering something about like neurodivergence, I feel like there's a lot of companies who would want to align with that.
Right.
So I feel like there's a lot of options there.
I do think, I know you said Patreon's an obvious, but I would actually really lean heavily into Patreon for something like that because I've thought in the channels that I watch that do that kind of thing, Patreon is what lets them explore the topics that they really want because they don't have to adhere to any certain category. And even just today, one of the channels who I'm a patron of, he every month, which is very simple, like nothing happens on his Patreon except once a month he uploads like a 10 or 15 minute video where he just sort of rambles about what's happening, and that's it. That's like, oh, and you get your name at the end of the video. That's the perk. So it's very kind of like low budget on his end, but there's like 5,000 patrons now. And he was explaining in that for the past few months, he knows what's really popular on his channel, but he just has all these other ideas he wants to do. So he's just doing those. He knew that views would go down. The channel's views are going down, but he was just expressing gratitude for that not being a stressful issue because it's Patreon that allowed him
fan supported
to keep to do whatever he wanted, which means then as fans, you get to see more of what that person wants to make. And even sometimes, I won't lie, when it goes into this, like, I don't really like some of the stuff that comes out. Like, I'm like, this is not for me. But that's not the point. The point is this
Right.
person gets to experiment and explore and create what they want to make, and that's what I want to support. So even when the content isn't up my alley, I don't want to like withdraw my support or anything, because that's why I'm giving the support, is I want the person to be able to do that.
Yeah. There you go. Would you have any suggestions for videos that teach people how to use Squarespace? I've been struggling, unfortunately, from Drew.
I don't have any, but Squarespace does have a really good knowledge base on their own like platform, and I think they have a bunch of embedded videos in it that show you like small features, so you don't have to learn like the whole thing at once. But if you wanted to learn like, how do I embed a YouTube video, how do I create a navigation bar, customize a color or whatever, they have message boards, searchable discussion forums, and embedded videos in their knowledge base. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who I went to. I want to say Louise Henry is a great resource.
I've always just Googled problems
Yeah.
one at a time as they come up.
The thing with Squarespace is it's actually, it is easy, but
I mean, building a website's
like
never
it's not
easy.
It's the easiest
Yeah.
out of all the ones that are out there, but I definitely have Google open and just like, how the heck do you make this stupid photo span the whole
Right.
width of
How
the
do I change
freaking
the color of
page?
this one line
Yeah.
and not that line? Like, what is that line called?
Yeah. Robotrix, hi everyone. Heather, have you ever thought on React some videos with Tom to mix with vlogging?
Like, would you want to do reaction videos?
I just don't know what to react.
Oh, I have one that I'm actually planning to do on my second channel, and I forgot about this, so thank you
to.
for reminding me. Black Magic. I really like Black Magic.
Yes.
So this is loving, but if you go to their website and you look at their product photos, they're like promo photos, they're completely insane. Like
like bad?
No, it's like there's a whole universe. It's absurd, like in so many ways. Where
What does that mean?
I can't even explain it. Almost like I have to like.
Well, we'll save
show
it for the
something.
React video.
But I want to go through the wacky world of Blackmagic product photos, because it's
wow.
like it's not bad. Like, if this is done with intent, and I think people are like, everything is just amplified and people are having fun with it. But if you really sit there and just sort of look at it, you're just like, wow. Like, for example, the product page for the Ursa Broadcast G2 basically shows like a mass murder taking place, but you don't realize it until you kind of look at it and you're like, wait, what's happening here in this photo? There's like, it's the weirdest thing. And then if they ever have crowds in their photos, weird things happen where it's like the same people are photoshopped 50 times in the audience, and it has to be like someone who works at the company. Like, there's weird stuff like that happening, which I love.
Oh, I see.
Like, it's weird, goofy things that no one would ever notice unless you just sit there and stare at it.
But they're getting a kick out of it, kind of thing.
I think they're getting a kick out of it, and they seem like the kind of company that would, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't know what I would react to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've sort of done reaction videos, but they haven't been like funny reaction videos. They've been like,
yeah, like genuine,
topical, like I'm reacting to an issue kind of videos.
Yeah, like I'm reacting to this tweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aubrey. This is
Are
your question.
Are you the Paul Duncan, Aubrey?
No.
Oh, you got the GM lens, so yeah, it'll look great then. I need to get a better 50mm for my A7 IV.
Tom, are you also reviewing the A7 IV? Just bought one on back order. Very excited. Would love to see a deep dive from you into that particular camera.
Yes.
Rim Gym.
So I did my FX3 review a couple weeks ago. Next week will be my A7S3 review, and then probably 2 weeks after that will be my A7 IV review. So yeah, that's the third one, and then I want all those three videos done because it's such a nice little like trilogy of videos that all kind of connect and answer questions. So that'll be the last one that I do. The A7 IV it's a really good camera. Like
upgrading from the Lumix G7. Autofocus on it really means no autofocus. A7 IV is going to open so many creative doors.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long you have to wait for it. I saw yesterday that the A7S III at B&H is supposed to be back in stock next month. But some other places have it on back order till December. So, and the A7 IV, since it's less expensive, I think is more popular because it's more accessible. So hopefully you get yours fast.
That's bizarre.
We live near Palm Springs, and Liberace has had a house in Palm Springs that was
Hello,
extravagant.
Michael. Good to see you.
Hey.
Sponsorship info video would be awesome. How to work with them, etc. I know you've shared a bit about this in the past.
Yeah.
Do you have? Well,
I don't have like any YouTube strategy videos basically. Maybe there's like podcast episodes, but the reason I was asking is it's so different if somebody approaches you versus you approaching them, that I have a lot of rules and guidelines for like when you get approached, how to ask. But if you approach someone, it's like I feel like you have to be very strategic about that, because otherwise you do put them in the, I don't want to say like the driver's seat.
yeah.
Because it's like, hey, do you want to sponsor this video? And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll do this here. And then you're like, no, but now here's my list of demands. And like, but you approached us.
Right. If the big one were to hit right now, what two things, one in each hand, would you grab on your way to a safe spot?
Ben
and Finley. Like that's.
But aside from that,
we have our go bag.
We have a go bag. There's things I was thinking of which are scary, like family photo albums and stuff, which I'm lazily trying to digitize. Because fortunately, like all my camera gear is safely stored in heavy duty toolboxes now and tool chest drawers, so I'm not worried about it as much as I used to be.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like the go bag that has like all of the safety supplies and like cash, and it's our like emergency bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably my phone, and then like something dog related, like leashes. Like I would just go into dog mode. Like, are they okay?
Yeah, dog leashes, dog food, dog something.
That's what I'm thinking. Patreon, that's a helpful story.
Yeah, I think Patreon, I mean, YouTube channel memberships can be folded into that as well, because it's very similar. And depending on what you want to do, YouTube channel memberships can be easier because they're so well integrated into the platform. But the danger is that they're integrated into the platform, and if something happens to your channel or whatever, that also gets cut off. Whereas Patreon is entirely separate, and Patreon does take a smaller cut, but it is obviously like slightly clunkier to, like to embed a video into Patreon, and then someone clicks on the Patreon app and it plays in this weird player, and then sometimes they have to go to the YouTube app and they leave comments sort of on YouTube but also on Patreon. Like,
well, Patreon's doing native video now, so that kind of
when that rolls out, it's not out yet, but when that rolls out,
yeah,
that'll help a lot.
Find companies who share a common avatar to reach out for sponsorship, collabs. Depending on the niche, it might lead to tons of different opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a good way to put it. Like companies that are in line with your audience. And I'm sorry, I keep hitting the boom arm.
I know, because it comes right across. Any news on Couples Table merch? I need a hat.
I thought you were working on a really cool hat. It wasn't a Couples Table hat, but it was a really cool.
I know, I need to follow up.
No,
I think I dropped the ball there.
We're gonna make our own line of tables.
But like
2-seat tables.
Okay.
Couples tables.
What would a couples table hat look like to you? Like what would you want?
It's just an embroider of a table. It's an embroider of 2 tables, so it's a couple of tables.
No! You can't pun the hat.
It's just a hat, but it's just gonna look. Or it's just a table on that. I don't know why that's really funny to me. It's just a hat with a table on it.
We need merch suggestions.
Yeah, this is why I don't have merch.
Yeah, we were working on a hat that said just said. I say just create more. It says create. The word create.
It only says create on it.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And
I don't know what happened. It was
multi.
It's gonna be on this hat. Actually, here, grab that one.
It was a multicolor embroidery.
It's like it was supposed to be on this hat. Yeah, multicolored.
Oh wait, no, because you have the Ecamm hat right here. So Ecamm, this is a multicolor embroidery, but since it's the rainbow, there's clear like segments between the colors. Yours was like they gradiented it somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how you even do that. But that's cool.
Yeah. The problem for me is like I always wear the hat this way, so you'd never be able to see it. But
it's irrelevant. You can put it right here though. Put a little
yeah,
logo.
but out in the world,
just put a little like
I don't know. don't know.
I don't know.
What, a couple of
A
tables?
dot. Yeah, put a table. Just a table.
What's up, Doc? Good to see you. Let's see. Reporter Store got MV7 and pod mic covers now.
Oh, seriously?
Wait, let's look.
Yes, share screen.
Hold on. Reporter Store. How do I...
I'm wondering how good their MV7 covers are, because the benefit of using the SM7B cover is it is a better pop filter.
Wait, where do I go? Microphones. Microphones. Well, let me just do...
You look up like... They also sell mics, so you might just find the microphone on there. Oh, look at that!
Oh!
Good job, Reporter Store. Can you
What
look
is
up
that?
disposable windshield? Oh, it's probably for like, it's almost like a COVID-related thing. So people spit on the mic and then you throw it away.
Oh. These
That's
are
cool.
Not the colors, though.
But they're colorful. But those are more like primary colors.
Yeah.
Look up pod mic. I'm curious, like, because the pod mic usually needs a really big windscreen, and I wonder how they did that.
Pod mic. Pod mic.
Oh, did they do...
What did it do?
Yeah, click on that one, the top left. It's not... Oh, that's cool! It's not super round and kind of goofy looking. The official one works really great, but I don't really like the way it looks. They did cylindrical ones. I think that is cool. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, we need to talk about, like...
Getting an affiliate list for there because they pay our mortgage.
No. I need... Because I obviously the purple sticks out to me, but I can't have purple and purple and purple and purple. Like, there's not enough contrast.
They do have... Look up,
Look up
silver sparkle or something, because they do have the... This one we didn't buy. Like, it was, I ordered a bunch at once, and this one just came with it.
Let's go.
There it is.
This is it. Are you kidding me right now?
That's pretty cool.
This is
the only
so
downside
amazing.
is it does,
yeah,
like...
it's glitter, so it falls off.
Wow, though, that is cool.
That is so cool. But I want, like, the size...
Like the MB7 one.
Yeah, like, this is way too long. I mean, it's not like, you know... It's long, but if you don't know, then you don't know. Why are you laughing?
I'm trying not to. That's what she said that, but anyway.
Wow, Thomas. Okay, let's see. I made you a reacting video to Thomas puns.
It's a 3-second video of you just turning off the channel.
Someone needs to do like a tier. Like a rating
of
tier.
puns?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
boy.
S tier, A tier.
You have to watch all the videos from the past several
B tier.
years, and then you will be in tears because they're so funny.
Oh, yeah, that's it. There is a graphic design style called anti-design that sounds a little like what Black Magic is doing.
Maybe. It's also like, it's weirdly like hyper realistic where you know it's like photoshopped. I can't, like, can you share, like, go to Black Magic real quick? I know we want to see this for a video, but it's going to be like weeks, so like, I've had this idea for like 6 months now, so look up like Ursa G2. Like, I don't think Da Vinci will do it.
Oh.
Because Da Vinci's like, you know, look up like...
Can I just go on their website?
Yeah, go to products and then click on professional cameras at the top left, and then
This
do...
one?
No, not that. Yeah, I guess we'll try that one. Okay, so this is the style they have. See how that's like really like shing, there's lens flares and it's very polished.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird happening here, although there is a strange animal in a display case behind it.
Okay.
Anyway, this is not the broadcast one. This is the film one. We could scroll down and see what they do. They got their pop-up tubes going. That just looks cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're filming a movie. Oh, that's why there's a thing in a case, because they're filming a movie. That's cool. There's nothing... I mean, it's very... So here's the style, though. See how it's, like, really clear? A lot of it looks like a real photo, but some of it's clearly, like, heavily photoshopped in. Like, the whole ceiling, the whole background. Like, obviously that's not real. Look up... I want to see the Ursa G2, because this is the one where you'll see that led me down this whole thing.
How do I do that?
I don't know where it would be on their thing. It's just Google, like, broadcast. There it is. Second one. I know if you're listening to the audio version of this is just going to be fascinating. Okay, yeah, so that's the camera. Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down more. We're kind of getting extreme. I want to see it's this. Okay. This is what drew me into this. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's a broadcast camera. Here's people doing broadcast. But they went so they went so hard on this picture. Um, there is this storage shed over here, which has light and smoke coming out of it. And then there's investigators, but there's literally like a website. There's a logo. There's a Rogers Supply Company with like a phone number and a slogan. There's European police. There's more investigators like loading stuff out of a truck back there. There's another private investigator coming up here. There's evidence all over the sidewalk. Like the more that you just zoom in as far as you can and look at all the little details, the more completely bizarre things get. Scroll down even more. Because of course they put in like not goofy things. I thought there was one in this one where it was like a tennis match and you could see goofy photoshopping happening, but it's yeah. Here's this tennis match. Okay, it's hard to see here. I'll show some of my video, but in the audience you see a lot of red shirts.
Is it all the same
It's
guy?
the same person, but in different poses, which is so weird. I don't know.
This
Anyway,
is so you. This
yeah,
is like such a you.
because it takes so much work to do that. Like I'm not making fun of like bad photoshopping.
Right.
Like when you go
no,
to
there's intent.
yeah, and like someone spent a long time on this to make it stylized.
This
in a
is
really
the kind of
specific
stuff
way.
that Tom loves.
Their whole website is that though. Go to every product and there's like a mix of just serious ones where it's like here's the product working, and then you're like, what is this scene, like what's happening here? There's a really bizarre one where people are producing like a kids TV show and it's like
I think I messed up your hair.
no, nature did that.
No.
It can go here because I didn't do a good job. See, it's very frizzy today. If I get the hair light you can see the frizz.
Okay, react to a Mr. Beast video.
Oh, your very first one? That would be kind of interesting, actually.
I've never seen one.
That's why it'd be interesting.
And like, but the thing is, if I post that out there, I don't want the Mr. Beast like fandom coming after me.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
I just
You'll get like canceled.
Yeah, I'll put it in Just Create more. But the thing is, like, it's just
unless you end up loving it.
I know I'm sure he's great, but there is just nothing about his content that makes me want to click it.
It can just be not for you.
It is just not for me.
Yeah.
I went down a whole rabbit hole 2 days ago about analysis on a particular video game that came out nearly 20 years ago. I watched like multiple 20-minute, 30-minute, upwards of an hour videos with like not the best production, but I was in it deep. Yeah. And then I don't know, something Mr. Beast came up this week and I think it was on Twitter. Someone was like, study these videos if you really want to make it on YouTube or whatever. And of course, like one of the videos is a Squid Game Mr. Beast video. But I'm like, I'm not sure what any aspiring YouTube creator can take from that video. I haven't seen it, but like he spent $4 million on that video. What can we take away from that?
Buy a studio and make a Hollywood level movie.
And then, you know, sometimes I question, do I have something against Mr. Beast? Like, there's a part of me that's kind of like, it's a point of pride that I haven't watched a Mr. Beast video at this point, I'll admit. But like, PewDiePie is a huge, you know,
right.
Like, I would say even just as big. Yeah, I'm not pulling in the same numbers at this point, but like has the notoriety and the history of being a major YouTube creator. And I happily watch his videos.
I mean, his production value is nowhere near.
Is so terrible. Like, it's just bad, you know? Like, anything that's not in his studio is out of focus, and everyone knows that, and it's totally cool.
It's been that way for like 12 years.
Yeah, and I just love that that's his approach. It's like, I'm not trying to make this crazy, like, you know, it's like you're not optimizing for the clicks. He's like, you know what? I read this totally obscure book about philosophy, and I'm going to tell you about it. And I just love that. Like, I just appreciate that. Anyway, I feel like I'm scared to put Mr. Beast anything in the titles of my videos because I feel like there are people who literally just want to watch anything Mr. Beast related, and they're so like...
Be like saying something bad about a K-pop group or something.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Love my A7 IV 24.
Totally
Yes.
ripped that from the Paul Duncan.
If it copy and paste it in like a notes document.
I heard July for Sony cameras.
I heard, so got some little bit, not inside info, but when we were at B&H a couple weeks ago doing our couples table from there, I asked them about like, how is it with everything being out of stock? And they were like, we have like thousands of orders, but then we will get like 3 of the camera. Like, so they are filling the orders as soon as they possibly can, but literally the numbers that even the big retailers are getting is just so small that it just takes a while. And as soon as something might go in stock, it goes out. So I don't know.
We got behind.
I know. Sorry.
We need to get up in that. Okay. Would you smell? I read sell small as smell.
Small couples tables as merch. It'd be like the thing that comes in the pizza box.
Could you like 3D print?
Yes.
Okay, what if we did that? What if we did a exclusive, you're only going to make like 25?
Yeah, we could totally do that.
Wouldn't that be cool? And then we'll sign it or something.
We could just engrave our things on it.
Yes, like the couples table or something.
CT.
You'll get the like
T&H.
Well, I was gonna say our 100th episode is coming, but it's still like 3 months away. But like, you know, it's kind of like NFT. Like there's only the 20 of them, and then that's it. We'll never make more of that one.
Couples table NFTs.
No, we'll never do NFTs, but
non-fungible table.
The exclusivity of it. I mean,
yes,
I like that. We should think about that.
That's actually a cool idea.
Okay, good with the review. A7 IV in a few weeks. Just around my payday for a project. Make me buy this one and not the FX3.
I mean, that's what I thought, and then I just ended up with all 3 of them. So it depends on what you need. Like, you can't go wrong with any of them. But hot dang, I love the FX3.
Hot dang.
Hot dang.
Hot dang.
Hot friggin' dang. It's such a good camera, the FX3. I did not expect to like it as much as I do. It just wormed its way in unexpectedly.
Okay, I'm itching to get back in, but lack of direction. What advice do you have for a wandering, semi-frustrated YouTuber like me? Says Afsar Logger.
Yeah, well, we know Amir, so
yeah,
we have a little more
insight.
info than a random person asking that question. What would you tell? I mean, I know you've been flirting with the idea of a podcast, and I think
flirting with the idea.
I think you're the perfect podcast person, because it's so good, long form exploration of ideas, I think, very personal. As one of the things, not necessarily the only thing, but I think you're a great podcast.
Reaction. Just because you have so much to say, you're super animated. I feel like watching your reaction to something relevant would be like, I could see people wanting to think, oh, what does Amir think about this?
That's true.
I don't know what you would be reacting to, but
I was like, what is it? Oh, is Better Call Saul came back this week, and I was like, I know I've been watching like Courtroom and people reacting to court things. What is it? And it's Better Call Saul.
Let's see. B&H says 2 to 4 weeks for the A7 IV with the kit lens.
That's not bad.
Looking ahead 5 years, what do you hope your creative life will look like? That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a great question. Creative? Like, the more that I'll speak for myself, the more that I can just create the stuff I want to create and be able to make a living from that, the better. So the less of having to play to algorithms, sponsors, clients, that kind of thing, the more to playing to like creative drive, focus, ambition, the better.
I was gonna say not much different from what it looks like
now. Honestly, like I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
But I know
the only thing that I feel like is missing, which isn't really creativity, like personal creativity, but like I really want to have an in-person meetup with like the couples table, just create more. I mean, I know we just had one, so shout out to Constance and JP.
But JP from that one was telling us about, he started like a video production club,
like a
group,
local one,
local one that quickly grew to like 60 or 70 members. And
now they get together and collab all the time, and like, how cool is that?
Yeah, he said like at this point, literally every day you can find someone to go do something with, or every go to meetups. That kind of thing sounds really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could do that, but I would love to do like an annual thing. Not like it doesn't have to be a complicated conference convention, but just like a Just Create more something.
I love, back in my old teaching days, some of the best things I looked forward to were like annual things we did that weren't like heavily planned or anything, but it'd be like maybe a small trip or an event or whatever, and it was really much more about the excitement of everybody participating.
Like we energize each other just
and the celebration and the excitement of it. That was the fun.
Like that's huge for you just, you know, you gotta, it's a good like creator rejuvenation thing. But go to People Video September. I have to make the event. I'll make the event Just Create more this week. I just haven't gotten around to it. People Video September something this year in Albany, New York. We will be there. Cool. People think that question is nothing, the big one, but try living in Hawaii with earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, volcanoes, eruptions. We ran out.
I mean, you live on a volcano, so.
I know. Hey, Bailey. Can't pun the hat. It's almost too much like Barstool Sports logo. I don't know what theirs looks like, but gotta have blue and purple somehow. Yeah.
Luckily, they go together.
Yeah.
Dos Mesa. I like that.
Dos Mesa. Brand over the arch of the opening.
Oh, and the hat? Like.
Oh. Boop. I will think about it. Love the gold windscreen. I hate merch. I worked with NASCAR. Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Oh, man.
Almost looks like aluminum foil. Yes to the silver.
Silver looks cool.
Do they not have affiliate?
I don't think so. I mean, at this point, like, at least to Doc and I, they'd had to have, like, reached out and been like, hey, do you want a link or something?
Yeah.
But it's fine.
How's the broadcast camera going?
It's great. I don't know if you heard at the beginning. I'm playing with it.
Matt, I'm sorry. I'm just seeing this.
Jeez.
Get yourself... Well, we have to get it now.
Well, yeah. We should order it, like, right now.
Okay, let's...
So he knows that the money went to it.
Let me order this right now. Reporter. Because the silver... I love the gold, but... What is it? Silver...
I don't know if you want to share the screen or...
Let me do the confirmation. Yeah, let me just... You can keep going, though.
Oh, well, Bailey was asking about the broadcast camera.
There you go.
Yeah, it's awesome. When I took it out of the box, the fan on the bottom was making some weird clicking noises, but that stopped after like an hour, so I think it was just new and getting like used to everything. I have no complaints about it. It's honestly like been pretty amazing. The only thing I would kind of consider a complaint is this big old screen goes out and turns up, but it only goes that far. It doesn't go forward. Not that you're going to be vlogging with this camera, but a lot of broadcast cameras, you flip the screen out and then go that way, so the screen is on the side of the body, and then when the camera's like on a tripod or something, the screen's kind of right there. But this is so cool. What they did is this by itself is $4,000, which is not cheap, but that's the price of the FX3. Like, a lot of people here have cameras this expensive. To get into the broadcast camera realm for that price is pretty crazy. And then you can add to it what you want. Like, it comes with a Canon mount if you just want to use existing lenses, or it also comes with a broadcast mount if you have a $10,000 broadcast lens you want to use. If you want to buy the $1,500 viewfinder, you could do that, but you don't have to. If you want to buy a crazy studio I/O port, like, you could turn this into a $15,000 camera real easy, or you can just keep it as a $4,000 camera.
What is this currency?
Isn't that euros?
Is that euros?
Yeah. It's like an E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got it?
I think so. Red D. I'm just double checking.
The address is correct.
I got the right thing. Yeah. Okay.
That'll
Place
be fine.
order.
Dun 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 dun. You'll be directed to finish your payment.
Oh, here we go. I gotta go to PayPal.
She's doing her pay friend.
Stoops.
Money friend. It's gonna be my PayPal competing website that I start. Yeah, just enter your social security number 123456789. There it is. Processing.
Oh shoot! I forgot to take out the lemon bars. Can you put them on the counter really quick?
I thought you meant from your shopping cart on Reporter Store.
I put them in the fridge. Okay. Sorry, we're defrosting lemon bars. Okay, here it is. Thank you for your purchase. Is it okay if you see my... It's fine, right? Here. Ready? Share screen. Ding! Thanks, Matt. That'll be like our couples that see, look, you've made something that's just gonna be a regular thing now. We're always gonna use that on the couples table. It's a character on the show now. The silver, so excited. They're in a Tupperware. In the fridge. You got it? Okay, sorry. Let's see. Annika, if you were to approach potential sponsors, how long of a media kit would you send? 1 pager or multiple pages? If it's a media kit, I would definitely have multiple pages. I would just use Tom's as a reference. So if you go to...
Hi, my name is Tom.com.
Hi, my name is Tom.com. Hi. No, that's not...
You just Googled the word hi.
How do I do this? Zoom.
Look at that beautiful
If you
website.
go to... Babe, where do I go?
Oh, it's just down on the front page.
Down on the front page.
Right there. Download my media kit.
This does not look like something like a button.
I know, but see, you know what I did right below it is I added this whole thing here and made that so it got smaller. See the thing, the giant podcast thing that says like leave a message for the podcast.
Oh yeah, also do this. So
right there,
Tom like embedded a thing where you can record a voice thing so you can be on his podcast.
Like right there, you just hit record. You can use whatever mic you have connected or your built-in mic, and then it just sends it right to me. You don't have to like create a separate message.
Hi, this is Heather and Tom on the couples table. We're just testing this out. Let us know if it works and have fun. Enthusiasm Project. Also, I have a crush on you.
Oh, jeez.
Bye.
Don't tell my wife.
Your name is required.
Oh, yeah, I did make that required.
Heather. Send.
That's it.
Boom.
And now I should...
Okay, anyway, media kit. This media kit is...
I guess I need to make the button.
Is a lot.
Mine is, yes. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I already got a thing. Heather sent a voice message. And look how easy that is. I can just tap on it here. And...
So the media kit... Oh.
This is Heather and Tom on the couples table.
Look
We're
at
just
that.
testing
Immediate.
this out.
And I could just pop that into...
So everyone go to HiMyNameIsTom.com so that Tom can get some...
I'm recording one more episode this season. It's the season finale.
So if you want to be in the season finale...
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this. First of all, Tom, what is a media kit?
Media kit, it's... I kind of think of it like a resume. It's like a portfolio / resume for you as a creator. The who, whys, what's, that kind of thing that anyone, audience or brand or anybody could look at and kind of get to know about you. I used to update mine every month, and starting this year, I now only do it quarterly because it was just becoming a hassle to do every month. And the numbers don't change that much month to month. So these are just the things I include. But the cool thing is if you're making them PDFs, and this is where it was actually, so Artlist is listed right there. I got an email from my affiliate manager at Artlist, and she was like, oh, your media kit looks great. But just remember, since it's electronic, you can put links in there. So maybe the videos should link to videos and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. Nobody's printing this out. You can make it interactive. And, if here's a video, an example of a sponsored video, an example of your channel trailer or whatever, you can literally just make it clickable and then go right there from your media kit. But it's cool because it lets you control the narrative. Sometimes, I've never done this and I never would, but there are a lot of people who find themselves in situations where they work with a sponsor. The sponsor wants to know more about their metrics and asks for access to their YouTube studio.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So you can go through a media kit. You can then put everything out there. Obviously, it should be accurate and true. People will tell if you're fudging numbers or omitting specific statistics or something, but at least you can then paint the picture yourself and not have someone else just wanting to dig through your stuff.
Oh yeah. So the other thing I would add to this is, if I personally were to approach a sponsor, I would take the approach of I would be very specific in my request. This is the project that you would be contributing to, and here are the expectations. The media kit is more of background on your brand and your channel and values and your audience and your community and all of that. But like the one pager, I guess, would be the email of like, or the message of like, here's what I'm actually asking for or what you're paying for. Yeah, cool. Black Magic is from Australia.
Yeah, 2 hours from Bailey. I've been watching a ton of interviews from Grant Perry, their founder, this week, just because. And I've liked them. I've always liked a lot of what they do, but learning more about him and their philosophy and their approach to things, like, really made me a way bigger fan of Black Magic stuff.
Jimmy is cool, but nothing about it makes me want to watch it. Not a drip on with HR.
It's not, it doesn't have to be for everybody.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I hate it. I have respect for.
I'm just not interested in it. It's like,
yeah, it's just if I wanted to click on it, I'd click on it, but I just don't want to, so I don't. And I don't think Mr. Beast, like, the YouTube algorithm knows me so well that it never shows up.
Yeah, I never get recommended either. Yeah. There's 2.6 billion people on the platform.
They went full Dexter with this picture. Evening from Sweden. Gamadin. I had to catch myself watching hours of someone mowing virtual lawns. This is a chill out thing to watch. Oh my gosh. That sounds cool.
I get it.
Yeah, that's so something I would watch. It's just like the transformation, like productivity stuff.
Everyone's picking apart the Black Magic thing. The viewfinder doesn't match the image on the court. Yeah.
You can watch Colin Samir with Mr. Beast. It's not a very high budget thing, but it's great.
Yeah, because that's just a down to earth like conversation.
Yeah.
Which is more, because the thing I will say, like, even though I wouldn't consider myself a fan, is you definitely can't argue with, like, he's someone who has been on the platform forever, really understands the platform, and you sometimes you find people who are like, they don't even watch YouTube, but they're like, they want to have a YouTube channel or whatever, and it's like, he's definitely someone who spent a lot of time being a YouTube fan before then becoming a creator without a lot of success, and then becoming a successful creator. So
I tried watching a couple just to see what the hype was about. Didn't get it. Granted, he has the numbers, but why? I mean,
not for me. That's all.
I haven't seen a video, but I do get why. I get why. It's just like, I don't know, the Kardashians. Like, there are some things that just have like mass pull that will never be my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. But I get why it is a thing. I loved going through the older Mr. Beast videos. That sounds
I like fun. Caleb. I've heard of PewDiePie and Mr. Beast, but I've never watched. All I know is Jake Paul is weird. Who's Jake Paul?
PewDiePie, look, what I really appreciate about PewDiePie is, like, he's definitely, you could tell this is someone who's, like, in his 30s and married and, like, just at a, I don't know, a different...
I mean, he has FU money, so he doesn't need to, like...
That too.
He doesn't need to play, like, Dance Monkey Dance or anything
at
this point.
Yeah. Whereas, like, Mr. Beast, I just read it yesterday. $10,000 on a thumbnail?
Wow.
Every single thumbnail.
That's crazy.
That's how much
I stopped using Rev because captions were becoming like $50 a video, and I was like, I'll just do this.
I mean, I'm not hating on it, but like literally no one else in the entire world will have to will be able to like have that.
Right. I remember PewDiePie is funny because I started teaching digital media in 2012, 10 years ago, where I was like working in a lab with computers, and my students were all about PewDiePie videos, and I knew nothing about him.
I love him.
All I knew is like, gosh, during lunch and like after school, there's kids in here watching videos where this guy's just screaming a lot, and it drove me nuts.
I never watched.
It drove me. PewDiePie in 2012 though.
No, I know.
So different.
I know. He's matured. Yeah. I've never watched any of his gaming videos. That's how he built his
this is
channel.
Like Slender Man stuff.
Yeah. Now he just like all the stuff I watch is like his dogs. Like he's moving to Japan soon, and like I don't know. 3D merch. This is happening. Let's do it. Let's design this.
And you know what we could even do at some point is for people with 3D printers, we can just make the downloadable files available.
How many people have 3D printers here, though?
In this group, I would bet at least somebody probably
If you have a
does.
3D printer, let us know in the comments, because
I'm not saying everybody does, but I would guess there's at least 1 or 2 people here who have a 3D printer.
Making 25 would make it like trying to get a new Sony camera. What about a figure of you guys sitting at the table, like a 3D printed figurine? I mean, is there a way that we could do like stick figures of like?
We can do rudimentary like
Yeah, like I wouldn't want
human
like
figures. I mean, like 3D scan you or something.
No, but like stick figures. Like I have a hat on, you know, and
Yeah,
you have plaid
like
shirt
a little
or whatever.
Lego man.
Yeah, like a Lego man. How freaking dang.
That's what the shirt can say.
It will take 3 months. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I know you have multiple.
If the
3D
table's this big or something, it would take not that long. Remember when I was doing the?
But the problem is international shipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's why if somebody owns a 3D printer, they can just. I know it's not the same as like getting the physical thing that was like in a place.
You can't see this. I'm nodding along to your answers. Let's see. Hawaii shoots. That's awesome.
That's cool. 80 people, yeah.
That's so cool. Would you guys ever consider the van life traveling content creator model? Okay, first of all, let me tell you what's happening. Am I allowed to say this?
What's happening? I don't know what you're saying.
Am I allowed to talk about what's happening in June?
What's happening in June? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Well, no, actually, I don't think so yet.
So one of Tom's like favorite people in the whole world is coming to the U.S. in June. Apparently, he's not allowed to say who it is. If you know Tom, you know who it is. They are not.
It's Mr. Beast.
They're from Sweden. I don't know if I can say that much.
It's Mac.
And it's Mac. And I told him, you guys should do van life for 2 weeks. You could do San Diego, LA, the desert.
I was like, that's where like
beach cities. Like you could do like.
Okay, so when I was in high school,
and this is their first time coming to the US.
When I was in high school, we used to go to concerts in LA. We live about 2 hours away from Los Angeles. We used to go to like Aquabats concerts and stuff in LA and just come back that night. So I'd like go to school, then we go to a concert in LA, and then we'd come home and get home at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
I'm so tired from going to LA.
Yeah, no. It was very early in like being in college and broke where I was still like, yeah, I get hotel rooms now. Like I don't do that anymore. And that was now 14 years ago. So my quality of life assurance is like, I don't think I have it in me to van life it for more than like 1 day.
I mean,
unless you're talking about like those RVs that are just a bus, just a giant bus, like a tour bus.
Because then we can take the dogs though.
Now we're just the Kardashians, where it's like I travel with my whole room. And
no,
it's all
we're not. Bringing the dogs means them. No.
I'm thinking of like how like it's they like I don't know. You're going on this one thing, but they have to make accommodations for their miniature chihuahua.
I feel like what is the point kind of thing?
Of what?
Of if we were to do that, like what would be the point?
I mean, I think it's it's a popular with Pat. I also never know like how serious you are. But I'll take it as a serious thing because it is like that is the like a business model of like van life business model. I mean, obviously the point is having freedom, and it's why people get RVs, right? Like you can go wherever you want, wherever you go, there you are. All your stuff is with you, and I get that, but it's also so much work. It seems like.
Yeah,
to maintain
it just seems
and manage.
Exhausting. I don't know.
The realities of RV living.
What are some of your favorite video essay channels? I feel so the only one that like sticks out to me right now, even though I haven't seen a video of his in months, is D'Angelo Wallace.
I don't think he's made a video in months.
And also I think I watched a lot of video essays, but there's like video essays and then there's like commentary, but I still kind of loop them in together.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry. I really like The Right Opinion is a good one. More commentary, but Scott Kramer's really funny. And video essay channel I recently discovered that's like over the top ridiculous is Mooncat, Mune Cat. There's some like insane ones about all kinds of different topics that are like 90 minutes long and stuff.
This is awesome. This is like my dream. Just create more meetup, get a bunch of tables together, have a giant couples table episode.
Like the round table.
People video, yes. Let's go. September 19th, 21. Let's
go. Do you remember?
Go. Okay, so here's
21st?
Here's what's gonna happen. We're all gonna fly to New York, and then we're gonna take this train,
party plane,
the party train, from the party plane to the party train, showing up at people video, and we're gonna do a Just Create More meetup before people video. We're just doing what you did, Doc, with
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
fire lit.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh.
What's a Venice 2?
It's Sony's very high-end, like, actual movie camera.
See someone vlogging with that camera. That one?
This guy. What's up? It's your boy back at it again with the Broadcast G2 manual focus. $4,000 cheap AF for broadcast, but it has no AF. It's MF. We send 4K just on the matte box. Yeah, I mean, that's a broadcast lens is at least $7,000. So 4K for the whole camera. And it can just run on either CF or SD cards, even just regular SD cards. You can still do 4K with. It's pretty great.
MediaKits.com.
Oh, there we go. That's cool. Let's see. Christian the Cut on YouTube is a guy in a narrowboat in the UK. Oh.
Brand deals are dope and all, but make sure they don't color your content. I don't reach out to them. I make cool-ish and trust they will find me if they want. It can be slippery slope.
I think that's what I like to do. Every once in a while, like someone will reach out. No, reaching out is what you want. Yeah, the only people I've ever reached out to are Sweetwater, which is like a music instrument retailer. And the only reason I reached out to them is because I really did want to try gear that I didn't have a budget for, and I guess they had opened an invitation, so I reached out to them like a year later, and they were really helpful in like getting me the Tascam Mixcast, the Zoom P8, getting an SM7B, and I liked that because we were all on the same page, and it wasn't the manufacturer. Like I wasn't asking Zoom to review a Zoom product, and then I'd feel very weird about like, well, what if I have a criticism of it or something? I was like, if I'm getting this from a retailer, I don't feel... It's like B&H giving me this camera for a month where they're like, just don't break it and send it back. Otherwise, I can do nothing with it. I can make a whole video with it. It's not exactly what you're saying, but if they come to you, you have more power in the dynamic.
Sean says, when is the next vlog coming? I want to see the conclusion to Stranded New York. I completely just didn't upload it. So here's what happened. I was like trying to edit it, and then I realized there's not really anything happening.
That could be your reaction video.
There's no story to it. Like, we did something on the last day, but like we were so tired going from plane to plane and coming home that I didn't vlog that part. So there isn't actually a conclusion.
Like travel footage. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, so I actually don't know what to do, and I was like, oh, maybe I can just record a thing here that's like, here, you know, it feels like random footage.
Screen us into a plane. Whoa, wow, what a crazy...
Like in the cockpit.
With the like iStock photo watermark all over it.
Yeah, I know. I just need to, because I hate how my last upload is like stranded in New York.
And we just never came home.
Oh
look, Matt has a 3D printer. Robotrix has a 3D printer. Annika has a 3D printer in their house.
Okay.
See, it's not as niche as it used to be even like 5 years ago.
Jimmy as a creator is like watching Top Gun, think you can fly. Not gonna help you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not the typical creator experience.
Thank you, Doc. I'm glad you agree on this because it just...
Well, because it's like, I've seen like Mr. Beast advice on thumbnails. And if you look at his thumbnails, they are it's almost like Black Magic's thing where it's like this weird hyper-realistic. They're very eye-catching. They're very clear and very simple. And you can learn from that. You can be like, wow, okay, don't have a crazy cluttered thumbnail. Be very bold and eye-catching. But also at this point... just his face on the thumbnail.
Yeah, like he could just take a YouTube randomly like generated thing and it would still like, it might not do as well as his, 4 million views per video or whatever, but it would hit a threshold that...
Yeah, and I'm not even making that as a critique. It's just you've reached that level of being a celebrity where your face is going to do that. And then other people are like, well, I should do what he does. So they put a face on a thumbnail and it doesn't
And it's not gonna
necessarily
get the
translate as
same.
well,
Yeah.
even though it almost looks exactly the same.
I have 2 3D printers.
And a CNC.
I would have a 3D printer. The mic cover has to be silver. I have 2 3D printers.
Look
Okay,
at-
I am just okay. I stand.
I actually didn't expect this many
corrected.
people to have. But they are way more mainstream because they're also like, I mean, I don't know, like everyone here also strikes me as people who may have had 3D printers for like 9 years at this point.
Oh yes, Pogs.
Pogs. They're back in Pog
Slammers
form.
and Pogs.
A slammer.
Hey Kat, good to see you. Well, we gotta design whatever our couple stable merch is gonna be.
Doc's not coming in June. In June.
Oh. Let's see. Franchise the 3D merch.
Oh, that's true. You can find like 3D printing facilities,
Like houses?
Yeah, they print
And
for
they'll
you.
print it for you.
That's what like Aaron Parecki has done, sort of, with his ATEM mini stands. Is he has a place that like does. He did the design, but they do all the printing and packaging so that people get the correct kits and stuff.
Homesick Mac knows who you're talking about. Obviously, I mean it's not.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows.
I mean, I've learned like things have been booked and confirmed, but at this point, I've also learned like plans change and are fluid. And that person is also on a completely ridiculous adventure right now that you're gonna get a video on next week, probably.
This.
Yes.
Tom and I shower twice a day, so like.
We're dirty people.
So I can't imagine like I don't know.
That's the first thing. Like literally, even there have been times where we've been on trips where like the Ecamm thing, for example. We woke up in the hotel, showered, got ready, went, said goodbye to everyone, drove home from San Diego. As soon as we get home,
Shower.
like take a shower.
If I'm
need the
sitting in
home
the
shower.
car, if I'm sitting in the car for like an hour,
You
I
need the
just
correct
feel
water
like-
pressure. I need the scalding hot temperature.
I know sorry. I was gonna.
I
Never
just,
mind.
I just like a lobster that boils.
Yes. I know you can shower at campgrounds. No, dude. Home shower is an experience. Like that's a whole like I need my soap and my
Water pressure.
Yeah, the water pressure is a big
Everything's
one
at the proper angles.
New York water pressure was not doing it for me.
No. We did have we've been thinking of like, wow, it'd be really cool to have like a rain water shower. And then we had one at our second hotel in New York. Like, wow, this is really cool. Also, you cannot clean yourself with this because
I didn't think it was that bad.
I mean, I was
the
very
Mattiel shower was a
no, it's
waterfall.
it's very enjoyable. But if you want to get in there and just like pressure wash the dirt from the day, it is not cutting
What
it.
are you doing that you need to do that? Pressure
The
wash.
sweaty man.
Let's see. Sorry. I want freedom. I'm also homebody. Same here.
Yeah.
Like I just finished. I put 30 hours into a video game this week alone, and I'm about to start a new one.
I remember as a kid, I spent so much time having friends come over and spending the night at friends' houses and stuff. And I remember I loved
This
it,
too.
but nothing felt as good as coming home and just like I can go into my own kitchen cupboard whenever I want and like, ugh.
That's what I get scared of is like snacks. Like when I travel anywhere, I'm like, what am I just sit in the hotel room with no food and water? Like I need you to drink water throughout the night, and
You panic. Like, here's your water bottle right now. If her water bottle is this full
I
at
gotta
10
go,
p.m., she
yeah,
actually
I
gets
have
like
to go
anxiety.
fill it up. Because then if it's like here at like 1 a.m., I'm like, oh my god, I gotta ration the water for the rest of the. Yeah. Anyway, because then I can't sleep. I just can't sleep if I'm thirsty. Anyway.
Oh.
My better half and I have
Our RV shopping right now. Yeah. My aunt just retired last year and got an RV and moved across the country. Sold their house, got the RV, did the whole thing, and are just having a great friggin' time.
Here, Heather, these guys are good. I'm going to start your comment. September 21st is my birthday.
Oh, happy early birthday. Actually, hey, today's the 21st. 5 months. Happy 5-month early birthday.
There you go. I'm driving to New York from Cleveland. I'm speaking the day before.
What's in Cleveland?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Doc Rock in
Julie.
Cleveland because Cleveland rocks. Ohio.
Julie, who do you watch that's best at video interviews?
Interviews. That is tough. I feel like I've watched some really good interviews lately. but I can't like think of who it's from.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no one stands out to me immediately as like this person is such a great interviewer. Usually I like watch for the interviewee.
Right.
So
but there are certain people who can like keep a conversation going versus just checking list of questions. Like they have their questions here and they just next question, where it's like, okay, we're gonna have a conversation, but they have an awareness of. I think of Chris Hardwick on it used to be the Nerdist podcast, now it's the ID10T podcast. But he was always such a good interviewer because it would be conversational, but he had an awareness of why people would be listening for that guest, and so he would pull out and touch on the things that he knew a fan of that person would be interested in, but it would be natural. He was also very good if someone came on more than once, not rehashing, like, let's have you reintroduce yourself. Just like, go listen to appearance number 1.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember when we labeled the couples table. Is this the end? And then didn't upload for 2 months.
Learning taken from the plane experience. Just buy a little Cessna. It's less of a hassle.
just fly ourselves.
Why don't you tell them about the new channel you've been going?
Oh yeah, that's a channel I've been binging. It's called 7-4 Gear, and it is
like the number 7 and 4.
7-4 Gear because it's from a 747 pilot who's an active working commercial airline pilot, but he also has a YouTube channel now with like 900,000 subscribers. And he does reaction videos, he does commentary videos, he also does some vlogs, and he does a lot of reaction videos to, I guess, plane safety advice on TikTok is like a thing, and people are just giving out really bad information about like how to really survive a plane crash, and so he breaks that down in a way that's funny, but also gives you real information, but also makes you feel better because he explains so. When you meet pilots, they have like a demeanor and an understanding that I find very comforting because flying is scary to me, but the pilot like understands it in such a way. And then it's like getting my drone license. I learned about all the different procedures and redundancies and things that are in place, which I think is why they have you get the FAA drone license, not because you're going to be like a pilot, but it's to help you understand that like you're putting a thing in the air and there's an entire system that's a century old that's already been established up there, and you need to like have some respect and appreciation for that and how it works. And that actually makes me feel better about flying. So 7-4 Gear, it's a really fun channel.
That's all I've been hearing you.
Yeah, because it's one of those channels where you're like, oh, this person's been doing this for like 5 years and they have hundreds of videos.
Yeah, you have all the gold mine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rick on
Hey.
Mike. I'm a lurker who's been following your awesome content for a while. I'm planning on doing my very first live stream soon. Any quick advice for a newbie to streaming? Quick advice. What were you gonna say?
Watch Doc Rock's channel. No.
My advice, if you're doing your like very first live streams, is just like to do it because
keep it simple.
Yeah, because
and just do it.
You're gonna answer like all of your initial questions during your first and second live streams, and then you'll have a whole new set of questions from doing it. So.
I would say that, and I would also say just expect with any live stream that something will go wrong.
Yeah.
And it might not be a big deal, but like a thing won't work or something's going to sound weird or whatever, or you'll lose your train of thought. All okay. Like just expect that like this is not going to be a polished edited video, and that's okay. And then just go for it.
Yeah. And have fun.
Yeah.
We are men. We need pressure.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, you went, Kat. Just spent 4 days in New York. We stocked up on food, water, snacks from the Whole Foods next door.
Yeah. Luckily, our hotel was right across from CVS. So
literally, we got a gallon of water. Because I was just drinking from the gallon.
The jug.
I stay in a hotel that gives you free water. Happy to finally make it to a level where I don't need crappy hotels. Yeah, well, then we moved to the Marriott that gave us free water.
Yeah, that's fun. It's funny because it's like, I guess you're paying for... It's like when you're poor and struggling, everything is expensive. But then like, you know, I'm thinking of like as a YouTube channel grows, suddenly like free stuff gets sent all the time. And it's like, when I really needed this stuff, I could not get it. But now it's like, I have to tell people I don't need another microphone or I don't need another thingy.
I plan to stream to YouTube using my iPhone connected to a PodTrack P4 to handle multiple handheld mics, multiple interviews. Any issues I need to look out for? That's
I haven't used, so if Mr. Camera Junkie's still here, he has the P4 and uses it regularly to stream, so he might be able to chime in a little better. But I mean, I think you got all your bases covered. It'd probably do a quick test stream, even just by yourself. Just hook up the mics, stream unlisted or private, and then just make sure everything works and sounds good. But
Dope interviewers: Colin Samir and Doc Rock. Hi, Keely.
And Doc Rock.
Oh, Jared Spink. Yeah.
3,000 interviews. Yeah, Jared is like becoming such the little like legend.
Yeah. Chris Hardwick, wasn't he the host
Yes.
of MTV Singled Out?
He was, and then he became a raging alcoholic, and then he went into recovery, and then he like became one of the first successful long-running comedy-based podcasts, which ran for like it's still going well over a decade. But then he married, oh crud, I can't think of
Hearst.
Yeah, what's like the heiress to the Hearst family, like. Basically, he was like, I'm a, kind of celebrity and wealthy, and I have multiple TV shows and all these things. So he was like the big name in the thing, and then he married into a billionaire heiress's family, and he was just like, okay. But she seems super cool, and they're super happy, and I think they just had a baby.
There you go.
That's like my only celebrity gossip I know.
We just signed up for Marriott, like
Bonvoy.
Yeah. After New York. I don't know why we didn't before. We had Hilton, but
Probably just have them all is a good idea.
I'll watch him too, Tom Buck. He also did a great job hosting The Talking Dead.
Oh, Kelsey is the pilot. Is a 7-4 gear pilot.
Oh
yeah, Chris Hardwick, because he did Talking Dead, and then he also did Talking Bad, the Breaking Bad after show.
Let's see. There you go.
Oh, Matt stayed at the Plaza in NYC, and the water was $10.
What?
And that was 22 years ago.
It's insane.
I believe it though.
Let's see. Have you been liking the switch to Sony? Asked Sammy.
Love it. Very, very much so. But I always just want to emphasize that I love it because it's what works for me, but it doesn't mean other things are bad.
Is tap water not good? So here's the story. It's
I think we
really
might have
story.
different opinions on this.
But like in my pre-Tom days, I was in Vegas after a night of drinking, and I was so thirsty that I straight up just took the like toothbrush cup in the hotel bathroom and just drank all the tap water. I was so thirsty. And it's not bad, but like I don't like if I could pay for water, I would pay for water because it tastes like tap water.
Well, so what I'll say is it depends on where you are, because where we're at here,
I think it's fine.
It's fine. Like it's all I ever had until well into my 20s. I never had like filtered water or anything unless I was traveling, and then I'd get a bottle of water. But like our tap water is fine. The reason, like, our fridge just has the water dispenser in it, and the best part about that is that it's cold, so that's just kind of what we use.
When Tom was listening, that can go wrong. I remember the time my co-host walked out midstream.
Oh,
You've done that.
I've done that.
My co-host has walked out midstream.
I mean, everything is I got injured during a live stream. I've been sick during a live stream.
Who was on the live stream where Tom completely knocked his head? Like, we had to end the stream.
That was almost a year ago now.
Did I unlist it? I think I unlisted it.
I included that. I have a video that's called Live Streaming Mistakes, and it starts with that clip, so go check that out.
Also, the place that Aaron got his 3D printed ATEM stand also has a factory in Australia, so if I ever grow my channel, I've got a lot of big name brands. Yeah, you should just...
I don't know what's happening in Australia, but they're like
Seems like a hot spot.
That was... Waiting for the FedEx.
Let's see. Tom will hit 100K this year.
Aw, thank you. That'd be great.
Oh, there you go. Let's see. Lydia
Hurst, yes. I don't know, I was thinking Olivia Hurst.
You can use Bluetooth with a pod. Okay, most bottled water here in the U.S. is tap water. There are a few exceptions. Also depends on where you are. Hawaii tap water is delicious. Vegas, not so much.
Hey, let me tell you, this is not the same, but when I was in Iceland a few years ago...
Aubrey was there, saw the head bob.
Oh, yeah. When I was in Iceland a few years ago, we did the thing where you walk up on a glacier and everything. And there just happened to be, like, the glaciers have water in them that's kind of moving. And there was like a hole in the ice and water was pushing, so it was spurting out like a water fountain. Just it would only last for like 30 minutes because then the water would erode it and go away.
Yeah.
But it was literally like a water fountain, so we were all like leaning down and drinking out of it, and I just filled my water bottle up with it. And it's crazy because that was water that had just gotten unfrozen from a glacier, so there was nothing, like it was the clearest water I've ever seen, and it was also the best tasting water I've ever had. But then our tour person was like, if that's the only water you ever drink, you would get sick because there's nothing in it. It's just H2 and O. There's no minerals, there's no anything.
H2.
So
Do you know what H2 is?
hydrogen.
There's two. You know that's.
There's 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen.
Yeah, so it looks like this.
Yeah, I took chemistry. I mean, I don't get the degree, but I got a C in my high school chemistry
like, you know
class.
what it like? Because I took OChem B 3 times because I failed so high.
You better know what the water molecule looks like then.
Oh man. Okay. There's a hotel I stayed in Tokyo that was crazy,
wow.
but everything sounds expensive in Japan because everything is in yen.
Yeah,
the
I'm
room
like,
was 60,000, but
yes. Is that
that's
$600? Is that $60? Like, what is? I don't know.
That's $60 because I think you move the decimal.
How many
over.
dollars is 60,000 yen?
You move it over 3 times, I think.
The answer is $400.
Oh no, you move it twice.
Okay,
Yeah, you move it twice.
400. I mean, that's still
So,
like a
600.
nice hotel room.
That's what I do. I don't know. Any summer plans? Yes.
What are they?
You're included, James, but I want to get like.
Oh yeah, you have a birthday.
I wanted to
in the
do a
summer.
birthday thing. I kind of want to do Vegas for my birthday. You know, with the crew, with our bridal party. That's really it. Do you have summer plans, Tom?
Mm-mm.
It got real quiet.
Oh no, the thing I like about summer is that's when I can go on bike rides early in the morning, and it's fun.
Oh, yeah. In Japan, you can drink water right out of the mountain.
Just go up to the mountain.
Can you explain how the American school year works? I've never been able to grasp it, and for some reason, I just thought of it.
I didn't know it was
Well,
different
like,
in
yeah.
Australia.
What do you mean?
So the
Like,
American school year is.
What do you think it is?
It typically runs from late August, early September to late May, early June.
Yeah.
And then
there's summer vacation. That's like 2
yeah, and then you have
months.
summer vacation. That's in the summer.
And there's a winter break and a spring break.
Yeah, winter break is usually about 2 weeks. Spring break is usually 1 week. Depending on where you are in the country, you might get another break in the fall, or you might have a longer winter break or whatever. It's a little different, but in general, that's about it. And then it's split up into 2 semesters, like 2 16-week semesters.
I took OChem with you the first time. Did we take it together the second time? Because I didn't get through the first time. It was OChem B. That's the one I couldn't freaking pass, man.
I was an English major.
Man, it's terrible. The yen is 128 to 1 yen today.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to do like a trip with my friends. That's like, I know I have to make this happen, but I don't know if it has to be Vegas, but I just want to do something. I just think Vegas is so easy. It's like the easiest. Anyway, sorry. We're planning to do Vegas this summer because our friend is opening a restaurant there.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great.
That's crazy.
Japan is not expensive at all, right? Not based on yen to USD
Right now.
conversion. Oh, yeah. I want to go to Japan too. That's not going to happen this year, but that's where we were supposed to go for a honeymoon.
Yeah.
And like my entire Instagram feed, like Instagram knows me so well. It doesn't show me any of my friends' stuff or anything. It just shows me pictures of Japan. That's it.
Mine just shows me golden retrievers and corgis.
I do that. I lived and worked in Vegas for a month. Glad was able to turn off the fun. Stay hotel in France. It was over 2,500 euros a night, and it wasn't that good either.
I feel like there's diminishing returns. Like,
what's the most expensive hotel room you've been in?
oh man,
I want to say the Rowan, because now it's like $600 a night.
I know I've stayed in more expensive ones, but I can't think of off the top of my head. When
Madiol? How much was Madiol?
Oh, that might have been one. That was really expensive.
Thanks, babe.
That was in Switzerland. When I was a kid, I don't know what the deal was because I was only like 4 or 5, but we went to Disneyland with my parents and my grandparents, and they got like rooms on the top floor of the Disneyland hotel, like connecting rooms, and it was like a really big deal. And I remember it seeming like this is a really big hotel room and this is super exciting. But what I remember most is that my dad didn't want to sleep because he was like, I'm paying for this. I think we accidentally or like unexpectedly got upgraded. And I remember him like staying awake with a bottle of champagne, just like, I'm not sleeping because I'm not missing any of the time that we have.
Okay, so in Australia, we start in February and end in late November. We have 4 10-week terms, which are similar to semesters.
It's interesting though, because you get the summer months off. Your summer months are just different than our summer months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been into renting houses with friends and enjoying our time there. Yeah, it sounds fun. HR, never say that's not going to happen. Think positive. It might. It's not like, it's more of a choice.
What is?
Japan.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen, but it's just like, let's just wait another year or two. And
yeah, because I feel like it's already May. There's a lot. I feel like there's just a lot that we need to get done this year. So yeah, it's just more of a personal choice.
Yeah. Like
even if we could go to Japan this year, I think we would wait until next year. Four Seasons Lanai, 1 floor under Oprah. Japan was our most expensive hotel stay, but also there was a 12-course dinner served in our room. They made our beds, a taiko drum show buffet, private onsen, a view of Mount Fuji. Wow, yeah. Tell us what that was.
I'm doing videos, don't you? You have videos on this.
Do you have a video on that hotel? I need to go watch it then.
I remember you doing Japan hotel video.
I missed it. Our summer is November, December, January. Yeah.
Yeah, that's our winter.
Yeah. Wow. Is
it time to clear the table?
I think it is time to clear the table. So here's the takeaway from today's Q&A. We are doing 3D printed merch. Why are you laughing? So if I say I'm buying, you're not coming. Wow.
If you want, what are you buying? You buying us staying at the...
in Japan.
Oh, I mean, you pay for our trip. Sponsored by Top Rock.
Yeah, we wouldn't have gone to New York if it weren't paid for. Well, just the flight.
Which ended up still being expensive.
Yeah, we ended up... Yeah, it's fine. Life is good. I have no complaints.
Should have some fun news, though, on that front soon.
Yes!
Finally.
Wait, when? Late?
I think next week.
Next week. Okay.
I don't... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We won't be going back to New York, though. But...
Yeah, but the company that, Tom was supposed to do something with in New York... Oh, you're going to be so... Everyone here who watches this show, you're going to be so excited about this thing.
It's Manscaped.
All right. I think we're going to clear the table. Anyway, thanks for our lemon bars are sitting on the counter, so...
Yep.
We got to go.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, thanks for spending time with us.
And thanks, Matt, for our future silver screen.
Yes, our new character.
We got to do 3D printed merch. Stay tuned.
Silver screen. That's cool. It is literally a silver screen.
Oh, it is.
That's cool. Alrighty. Maybe it'll be here next week. Hope you guys have a safe, happy, healthy, fun rest of the week.
Bye.
See you next time.